Yo, hello guys. Hope you guys are doing pretty well today. Yeah, we are ready in time. Nothing got delayed. I'm here just as the predicted hour, so I'm doing pretty well. Yo, hello Peter. How are you doing, bro? Thank you so much for showing up. Hope you're doing pretty well today. Let me just get something up in my screen real quick because I actually forgot to edit, so that's my bad. Give me just a little second. Okay, should be working perfectly. Yo, hello Daito. Happy to see you here again, bro. Really happy to see you here. Drop K as well. I'm doing pretty well, bro. I'm doing pretty well. I went to the gym this morning. Um, since I finished uni, now I'm just kind of chilling for a little bit. So I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. Never been this early to a stream before. Yeah, I get that because I did something different today. Because I've never actually scheduled a stream. So I usually only warned you guys, but I never had the stream already kind of running for you guys to be able to wait for me. And this was the first time I actually done it because I never knew how to do these. So, but yeah, everything worked perfectly fine. So I'm happy that it's working good. Yo, what's up, Gold? Hello, Korai. How are you doing, bro? Glad to see you here again. We're just gonna be doing the same thing we've been doing on the last streams. And I'm not sure about this, but I might stream as well. This is something I still have to figure out, but I might stream whenever Kenma is out. I'm not sure. Either Kenma or Liev. I still have to see it though. He should be Liev, no, sorry. Kenma should be here the 19th, I believe. So yeah, we've been playing this. We are going to do club contest today as well, which by the way, I'm not the best at it, but I still can do a pretty decent score. I'm nothing like Kaya or people like that, but yeah. Did you guys watch the Tsushima video? What do you guys think of him? Did you guys like this kit? What are your honest opinions of it? What is the inventory next to your name? Oh, this is because I have a lot of potentials and I need to clear them, so they stack in here. If you don't clear your potentials regularly, they just stay here. Yeah, I know Korai. I know Korai. I know he's coming in the chain pack. At least that's what our friend told us, Tiny Egg. Yeah, as you guys can see, you guys are free to add me. I actually answer people in the game as well. So if you guys are totally free to add me if you guys need to. I have no problem at all with it. Gonna pull for Kenma SR2 and Liev SR2 as well. Oh, it's you, Daito. Wait, did I actually never actually? Yeah, it's you. Oh my god, yeah. I actually never took a look at the name. I just remembered Tendo Image for some reason, and I just went with it. But yeah, we're just going to be clearing everything for today first, and then we will do our peak matches, which, by the way, we are a little higher on peak, which is always decent because I'm going to start having. I was 133 yesterday, so we might be able to sneak into top 100 today. I really do believe we can get into top 100. And by the way, the guy that is on 4th place, which was in 2nd already, in 3rd place on other seasons, is in chat, which is Korai MVP. And yeah, as you can see, his team is amazing. He has everything figured out. His characters are just maxed. So yeah, insane, bro. Your team is insane. But yeah, let's just do the Hirugami event real quick, because I usually like to do these so I don't lose on rewards. Yo, what's up, Classoft? How are you doing? I never seen you before in the stream, I believe, but yeah. And by the way, guys, if you are wondering how the Liev chain pack should be like, actually have the One chain pack in here, so you guys can actually see how it might be. Just give me a little second, and I'll open it in the chat real quick. Let me just do this here. Let me change this into this builder in here. Okay, should be just working fine now. Okay, let me just. So if you guys are planning to go for Liev, um, this is what you guys should be expecting to be coming with him as well. Because according to some people that actually used to leak some stuff for this game, he's going to be coming in one of these, same as Liev. But these are the paid gems, so you need to actually spend in game in order to get, not in order to get the character, but in order to purchase this specific offers. Because the character will still be in his banner normally, but he will also gain in chain packs like these. And in order for you to guys to get one copy of Liev for free, you guys would need about 1600 of these gems, which is like both passes together or a little bit more. So yeah, if you guys have the passes and been saving, you guys can pretty much get this fairly easily. Okay, let's get back to the game. I'm sorry, I just wanted you guys to see. Um, but yeah, let's see what you guys are talking about. Who should I SR Daito? You go for Liev SR1. And he's the French goal. Yeah, yeah. Korai is just his team. Korai MVP is just, bro. It's insane. His team is just so good. Peter, who should I SR2 between Kenma, Liev, and Yamamoto? So, if I'm actually going to change to the builder real quick, so you can take a look because we're not playing the peak matches yet. So I'm just going to be talking with you and seeing stuff with you guys while I'm playing these easier things, so you guys can. Okay, don't be bored about the gameplay. That's pretty much it. So let's take a look into Team Builder and those characters specifically, so you guys can actually understand. Because this is something that people ask me a lot. But let's see what actually to actually understand what Kenma SR2 does. Let's take a look at what the maintain stacks that he gets actually mean. Each stack of maintain, this goes up to 6 stacks because it's a maximum of 60%. Each stack increasing your on-court player's awareness and reflex by 10% up to 60%. Let me actually mute the game as well so you guys can actually hear me correctly. So basically, these stats will give you awareness and reflex, okay? And as SR2, basically, if you are ahead, basically if you are winning 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, whatever, you will be getting 5 stacks instantly. So that means you gain 50% awareness and 50% reflex instantly, which is obviously pretty good. And if you are losing, you get 3 stacks of maintain, which will be 30% reflex and awareness, and you will also get 20% increase on your receive stats for all your characters with receives for all your characters in the court. And maintain stacks will now also give your players spirit up to 40%. But um, you guys might be asking, okay, but this is only decent because it gives me awareness and reflex. No, that's not it. Because if you take a look at skill 3, if Kenma let me just actually check if I'm not saying anything wrong. Yeah, but since you get the maintain stacks at the start of the rally because of SR2, you will be able to instantly convert the bad receive into perfect, and this means that you will never get scored on service aces. So Kenma SR2 is pretty strong in my opinion because it completely avoids you getting scored on by service aces, which is pretty good. Then you have Liev, and I'm not going over his kit too much, but all you need to know is that he has a scoring ace buff, which is basically if your character scores, he will give that buff to the character that scored, and he will increase those character stats by 15% at SR2, and he will also recover their stamina by 5 points whenever each round finishes. So this is actually a pretty good SR2 as well. And for Yamamoto, while I think his SR2 is great, don't get me wrong, because he's actually able to stack his greedy spirits stacks way faster, I do think that if you're going for priority, I would say Kenma goes first because he will get those maintain stacks instantly, and that's pretty important in general. And then Liev is the second one most important. So it will be Camera first at SR2, Liev second at SR2, and then if you have enough resources, you go for Yamamoto at SR2. That's what I main think about these when it comes to priority. Hey, how do you boost players' power past 23k? Do flat versus percentage of stats matter, or do certain stats scale better depending on the character? Yeah, so this is pretty hard for me to explain right now, but let's say, for example, a character that is SR1 would probably never go over the 25k value or 24k because those stats, the maximum stats you can actually get, are somewhere around that. So if you have the character SR3, you will get 13% increase on their basic stats, and if you have it at SR5, you get an extra 13%. But your potentials, usually basic stats, I'm not saying awareness or strength or reflex, because those are not the base stats of the characters. Those will be block, receive, um, power attack, etc. Those stats will usually give you the most points when it comes to total the character total power itself. But I wouldn't say that just focusing on on base stats is the best. It really depends on the character. Some characters want strength, some characters want spirit, some characters want block. So it really depends on the characters. Let me see what's up, Sato? What's up? How are you doing, bro? Really glad you're here. Yeah, I hope you like the first stream. Let me just check the achievements real quick. Build for Ginjima. So the only thing I can really tell you is that Ginjima really wants probably power attack and strength because he will be able to probably guarantee his crits, and you will only use Ginjima realistically for his ability to do those first 3 or 2 spikes at the start of each game. So you would probably want power attack and strength on Ginjima, though I haven't really checked this kit that much because I don't play with Ginjima. And since he is a free character, but don't get me wrong, Ginjima is still a very useful character, especially for free to play. SR Tuliev is good. Yes, he's very good. Don't get me wrong, Cora, he's very good. What is happening here? Let me just go into peak challenges as well. And let's actually, what is this team? This is block speciality? Yeah. I'll face this guy. And I'll change for quick attack. Let me see what you guys are talking about, sorry. Garena thinks I'm rich. That's what Garena wants us to be, so we can spend a lot. Yeah, sorry I never caught shot when you were live before. Oh no, no worries, class off. You really don't need to say sorry, bro. I really appreciate every single one of you. Either if you only watch my videos or if you only show up in lives, doesn't really matter. I really appreciate you guys being here. He did a whole short on his build median. Yeah, but I didn't really go over his. I went over his kit, but I didn't really go over the potential build for him. Because as I said, I won't really be playing him, and since he's a free character, I think realistically, even without completely going over his kit right now, I really think that he wants strength and power attack. Because I think he already gets enough awareness in order to crit. So that pretty much already tells you that he wants power attack and strength. Because he's only going to be spiking your team, realistically. Hi Scorpion, what time is it? Oh, yo, Enma. Right now it's 4:15. It will be 16:15, which will be 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Because I'm from Portugal, if you guys don't know. Mikey G is still level 1. Yeah, I leveled up mine to level 80 because I will use him on the... how is it even called? The game where you have the three teams. I'm sorry, I just forgot what it's called. But I will be using him there. Subscorpion, do you think UG can be a good way to have higher score in club contests, specialty trial? Okay, so there isn't enough info right now in order for me to be telling you, okay, Terushima is going to be very good at club contests. No, I cannot say that, but what I will say is that I think Terushima is pretty damn good when it comes to receive teams. And I think he does have some space in club contests because, yes, he can reset. For example, if you know you're going to score, you can use his spike in order for you to spike again with Korai. Let's just say that you can do that. But in general, I really think that Terushima will be a better character when played in Peak Challenge. Because he can really change the course of the game or the course of the point. Because at SR4 specifically, he can change your receive into perfect and he can change your set into perfect, which means the whole outcome of your rally will be completely different. So I really do think that Terushima is a very strong character in general. And I do think that he might have a place in club contests, though I'm not saying for sure he will. I just think he's a good character in general. But unfortunately, the main reason I don't like Terushima as much is simply because he struggles with team building. And I've actually spoke with a player that is top 3 or top 1 or top 2 in Taiwan always, and he told me the same thing. He thinks Terushima is a nice character, though he's very awkward to fit in any type of team. Because the only bond Terushima has is with Yaku. And Yaku wants to play in a Nekoma team, in the received Nekoma team. And if you will be playing Kuro V2 on the future, you will be struggling to have Terushima in your team. Unfortunately. Is Big Boss King, is Aikawa banner will be back after... Okay, that's another question that I can't really answer to you. Since they just made this first anniversary have so many characters in rerun, we don't know which character will be the next. But if we are following the same order we were before the anniversary, the next character that should be rerun would be Aone Beach. That should be the next character that should be on the reruns, but we don't know. Let me see. Blue Takane. Can SR4 Saxa be used as a placeholder while waiting? Yes, it can. Yes. He can perform pretty well in receive teams as well. And if you have his memory already leveled up, Sakuza's memory will actually be one of the best memories for Yamamoto. So if you have Sakuza, he's a perfect placeholder in order for you to wait for Yamamoto, for sure. Triple Clash, yeah, Rosama, thank you. I forgot the name for some reason. Thank you. Sent you a friend request. Yeah, don't worry, Peter. I'll accept it. Don't worry. Even on the top 3 teams PvP, he don't feed that good. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't. That's the problem with Terushima, is team building. Are middle blockers positions meta Scorp? Satoshi. So I wouldn't really say that a specific position is meta, but I do feel like middle blockers tend to be stronger characters. You can see I have Tsuki in my lineup. I have Kuro, which both of them have the Fireworks Festival bond, which is very, very strong at the current state of Global. I also have Irugami, which is a pretty broken character. Then we will also have Aone V2 in the future, which is also a super strong character. So, yes, they are strong in their way, but I think every single character is strong independently of their position. So, Oikawa is the best setter in the game, but I can argue Oikawa is probably top 2 or top 1 in the game. If I'm not thinking about Korai, because Korai is obviously the best character in the game right now. So yeah, doesn't really matter the position. Let me see. Who should I try to get? Kuro or K? Should I wait for the next update free to play? So, Afrar. Afrar, I don't know. But I really think if you are not planning to go for Kamiliev, I think you should. Because they are really, really strong together. I'd rather have Cam and Liev in the future than having Kuro and Tsukushima. Because they are simply just newer units, and when they come to overall stability in the meta, they are going to be better than Kuro and Tsukushima. So yeah. But if I had to choose in between Tsukushima and Kuro, if you're planning to play on a quick attack team, go for Tsukushima. If you want to play on a block team, or you want to have a middle blocker subbed for Kuro, if you want to have the Libero subbing out for a middle blocker, and for example a block team or a receive team, go for Kuro. But in overall, I think Kuro is still a better pick, because Kuro is just better as a character, in my opinion. What is this? This is receive. Receive, this is also receive. We're seeing a lot of receive teams. Let me see what's happening here. This is quick attack. Yes, this is quick attack. This is power attack. This should be free. Yeah, this should be free to get. It's 47 points as well. I don't know why he's giving so much points. It's probably higher in the rankings, I assume. Um, can you explain why Jazz Hinata memory is better for Liev? Please, just give me a little second, Peter. I'll finish this game and I'll swap to Team Builder and I'll actually try and speak a little bit about those two memories in specific. Just give me a little second. If we buy the full chain pack, what resonance levels can we get him to? I think if you buy the whole entire chain pack, which should be around 13k purple gems. Okay, I don't know what happened to the gameplay, sorry. Hello? Video game? Okay, it's working now. Okay, sorry. But I do believe that you get 5 copies from having the full chain pack, for buying the full chain pack. But it's super expensive though. Unless you are super well, there is no way you're going to be maxing it. Because it's super expensive. Big Boss advice, get SR4 Haikyuu or get both Camera and Leah, but SR1, I'm playing Power Attack. Okay, so if you're playing Power Attack and if you want to play Power Attack in the future, go for SR4 Haikyuu. It's as simple as that. Haikyuu is realistically the only character that can fit in any team. Oh, I wouldn't say any team because Haikyuu does struggle a little bit in receive teams, but he can fit in block, quick attack, and power attack. So I would avoid going for Cam and Leah specifically if you want to play power attack in the future and get SR for Haikyuu. Hey bro, when I play Kenma X Kamodo with Haikyuu, Kuro, and Yaku Tanaka, memory will be for... Yeah. I think that Tanaka memory will work pretty well on Korai. Though, I've seen people in Taiwan use Futakuchi memory in Korai, which is very interesting. I don't know why. I haven't really read Futakuchi's memory that well, but they're also using Futakuchi, so I have to take a look at that. I might be missing out on something. How are you playing on PC? So Gokey, you have these things that are called emulators. They basically emulate your cell phone or your mobile phone in your computer. And you just need to fill in your Google account and you can use it like a normal phone. And I'm using BlueStacks. It's a very known used emulator for Android. If you're playing iOS, I don't know. But you can play this on Android pretty easily. How much is it for one copy? Class, it is 1600 for one copy. 1600. Which is honestly not that big of a deal. If you let's say if you buy 2 monthly passes, or 3, if you save those monthly passes, you will be able to get a single copy of him, which to me is pretty decent. No worries, Big Boss, no worries. I wanted to max the memory for Corey, that's why I want to be sure. Yeah, don't worry, but I do feel like Tanaka's memory is one of the best for him. Also, let me answer Peter's question real quick. Let's just get into Haikyuu Fly High Team Builder real quick, and let's take a look at both memories. So the first memory is for Liev itself, so increases the equipper's quick attack by 12%, and when a player on the equipper side achieves a perfect set, which by the way with Kenma, this will always be the case at least once per rally, he will increase his own equipper attack technique by 10% for 2 net crossing. So you will basically be guaranteed to get 10% attack technique and 12% quick attack, which is obviously very nice. And when a player on the equipper side achieves a perfect receive result, increases the equipper attack technique by 6%. So if you do a sequence where, let's say you do a perfect receive, you do a perfect set, you will basically be able to get 16% attack technique and 12% quick attack. But then we take a quick look at Hinata's memory. This is the V2 Hinata. This is the Jazz version. He will increase the equipper quick attack by 12%, and when the equipper lands a spike, and if that spike ignores blocks, he will increase the equipper strength by 20%. While you might think this is not the best, I actually think this is way better, because there is in no place that this says that the strength will be reset. There is no maximum cap for his strength on this memory. which is pretty interesting. So but I actually believe this memory is better. It's simply because of the amount of strength you will be able to get with Liev, because Liev is pretty easily going to do the unblockable spikes. So if this doesn't have a cap, which we will know pretty soon, this memory will probably be the best for Liev because you are able to get so much strength out of it. It's very very strong. And also the other memory I'm going to be using while having Liev and waiting for Hinata's V2 memory will be Hinata V1's memory. It also works pretty well. It gives you up to 10% strength. Sorry, it gives you up to 22% strength, and it also debuffs the enemies with a little of reflex and spirit, which is okay. But overall, I just think Hinata V2 memory will be the best for Liev, simply because of the amount of strength you will gain for the memory itself. Yeah, let me just keep going. Okay, I'm facing some big guys here. Jesus. This is 216. Is this quick attack? Yeah, quick attack. This is block. I think I might be able to win this. Yeah, I'll try and face this real quick. Okay, but yeah. Just give me a little second. Sorry, someone was talking to me here. But yeah, let me see what you guys are talking about. I wanted to max memory for Korei, and you are should I try get Kariyama or Komori? If you're playing quick attack, go for Kariyama. If you're playing anything else, go Komori. Just give me a little second, guys, please. Give me a little second. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry. Had to do something real quick. But yeah, 150 frags for an SP, right? From the chain pack. Yes, that's correct. That's 150 for the SP characters. But this only applies to chain packs for some reason. I guess it's for them to earn a little bit more money. No worries, Peter. No worries. Hey, yo, what's up, Glizzo? How are you doing? Glizzo, no, Gilzo, sorry. Hope you're doing well, bro. Talking about memories, is there a better memory for Kenma V2? No, no, go heck. You really want Kenma V2 memory on him. That's one of the memories I will max. I will max his memory to his full capabilities. Let me just give me a second, and I will show you Kenma's V2 memory, which I think is very very strong on him. And also, it's a very universal memory. So if you guys are planning into having a universal memory for setters, I think Kenma V2 is a very very strong memory in general. Do you know if we will get more? No, we are not. We are not, Afraf. No. I've spoke with Hicken. Hicken plays. And he told me try to speak with Garena, and they don't plan to hand out any more tickets. So if you grab the UR, if you grab the UR, and if you grab the SP with the 45 tickets they gave us, I believe it was 45, you got lucky. But otherwise, you cannot get them, unfortunately. That's just how it works, which is very sad. Yeah, Gilzo, everything is good. Thank you for asking, bro. But yeah, we are playing peak right now, and we are actually getting pretty high up. I think we're already at top 300 or something. I really wanted to get top 100, but I don't think we'll be able today because I don't want spend gems on this. So yeah. But I will show you, go heck, the Kenma memory as well, so I can actually tell you why I think it is so good for Kenma itself. Are you guys going to pull for Cameron Liev as well, or you guys are going to actually plan to get other characters? Because I do believe that most of us will actually go for them, since they're so versatile in the future and they have such a broken bond. Oh my, yo, Hicken, how are you doing, bro? I was just talking about you. I just talked about you, bro. Because I was talking about the fact that Garena wasn't giving us any more tickets when it comes to the Wish Gacha memory. This one that came out with the anniversary, and people were asking me if we were going to get more tickets, but you confirmed it that they were not gonna hand out any more tickets for this, unfortunately. Thank you so much, Hicken. Don't worry, I'll be watching yours. Don't worry. I'll finish mine closer to when yours starts, so I can actually take a look at yours as well. I'm accepting you all, guys. Don't worry. I'll go for them for sure. Kenma SR2 and Liev SR1 duping him in the future. Okay, let me just actually show why I do think that Kenma V2 memory is so versatile and so good in the future. So it should be this here. So it will increase the equipper set by 12%, and when the equipper performs their first set in each turn, if the equipper side achieved a perfect receive, this set is guaranteed to be perfect and it gains a bonus power equal to 40% of the set stat. Why is this so good for Kenma? Let's say you're playing Kenma in a receive team. Let's say you're playing Kenma. I will use this example as of Terushima, but this isn't actually the best team, I would say. But let's say you're playing Kenma in this team. You will be doing a perfect receive with Yamamoto, most likely, or even with Yaku because it turns normals into perfect, or even with Kenma, which will turn a bad receive into perfect. You get that perfect receive, and your next set will be perfect as well, and he will get such an increased boost of 40% on his set stat, which will be a 52% boost in setter, and this is pretty easy to achieve in any team. This is why I do believe his memory is so versatile. And if you actually max it out, you get 124% on your set stat, which is ridiculous. This is why I'm going for his memory, because I can even use this memory, since I'm going to follow a receive team, I can use this memory maybe in another setter in the future, if we actually get another setter that is actually receive speciality. So I do think his memory is pretty good. Kenman Liev all the way. Yeah. They're just simply too good. They're just simply too good. There is no way you should not go for Kenman Liev. Only if you really want to play power attack, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Let's see if we can actually get to top 10. No worry, okay, no worry. No worries at all. This is power attack. Let me see. He does have Oikawa maxed. He doesn't have core ISP. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do this guy. Should be able to win. And maybe I can get in top 100, which is pretty nice. When you get a chance to check Discord, I can check it right now, don't worry. Oh, wait. Okay. But I can talk about it though, right? I won't talk about it, Hicken. I won't say anything. I'll just keep my mouth shut. Otherwise, I might get in trouble. Also, Hicken, I didn't tell you, but Roland actually came to talk with me. And he said that the team is already in negotiations to see what's going to happen. So I have to tell you, thank you so much. I really have to tell you, thank you so much. Guys, you probably already know Hicken, but he's the GOAT. He's just the GOAT. He's for real the GOAT. He's helping me a lot when it comes to my YouTube channel. He's been shouting me out in his videos. He's been shouting me out in his stream. I've been there for ages in his stream, probably for like 2.5 years, or 2 years at least. And yeah, he's just been helping me out with the Garena as well, content creation stuff, so I really appreciate him. I really do appreciate him. So he's probably going to be streamed afterwards, so make sure to show up in his stream. He's really a good guy. Is Liev necessary to get SR2? No, Gilzo. I really think that Liev likes SR2 because his SR2 will actually be able to provide you with more basic stats and with stamina recovery on the specific player that has a buff. Though I really think that Kenma V2 at SR2 is the main priority. But if you have resources to go for SR2 in Liev, make sure to go for it. It's worth your investment. Don't worry. Thank you so much, Chicken. I really do appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Much love. And I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you so much for showing up. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry for all this talk with Hicken. It's just that I don't know. I just feel like I really need to say thanks to him. Rami Mehira. Yes, SR2 Irugami is another character where I think SR2 makes him even better because if you read his SR2 correctly, you will see if the opponent's spiker crits, the cooldown will be reduced for 2 more net crossings. So he will be able to spam his block ultimate every 4 net crossings. You actually can see this here. Let's see. I'm going to block with Irugami. Ushijima crit. Let's see how many net crossings does he have. 4 net crossings. Remember this. And if you don't have his SR2, it will be 6 net crossings instead of 4 net crossings. So this is the main reason why I think it's good to have his SR2. That's the only main reason. Because it lowers your block cooldown ultimate, which is very good. I'm really trying to bid... Let me just see how many net crossings does he have. See? Already has his block ultimate up. It's so fast. This is why his SR2 is so good. Because it makes his ultimate just come up very, very quick. I'm really trying to put together a very, very good team, the best, but given what's going on, I'm having second thoughts. Classoft, please tell me what your second thoughts of. I can give you a hand and I can actually help you a little bit. Just tell me which team are you planning to build and why do you want to go for that team? Because some people go for certain characters because they like the characters, and I have nothing against that. But if you're planning on just building your team purely because of meta, I really do think that there are 2 teams in specific, or basically 2 specialities that will have a place to shine in the future. Especially if you take a look at Taiwan version, because the Taiwan version has the bigger whales. And I can actually show you guys gameplay of them as well. Of Suna, Kita fully maxed. I don't think that I will have a problem with that, because I think the guy likes me, so I think I should be fine. And you guys can actually check the guy's channel out as well. He's not Portuguese. He's not English. He doesn't speak English though. He's from Taiwan. Nah, we respect 2 gods talking to each other, don't will. Thank you, Gilzo. Nah, it's just that I've known Hicken for so long, and I never actually thought of going for content creation. And I'm just super happy in general, like how everything is going. I'm able to grow my channel. I've been making contact with Garena. I've already spoke with... Let me just... Wait, just give me a little second. Okay, 8 million Korra. Insane. So, Korra is just so good. And I've actually been in contact, for example, with Cycle. If you guys don't know, I made a Terushima video, and I can show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. And in a specific part of the video... And by the way, I'm top 95, which is pretty nice. But if you guys haven't checked out Terushima video and want to know a little bit more about him, I've actually talked with Cycle and I've used his clip on showing how this Terushima spike works. And you guys will be able to see his mechanic here, where Kemo will set, and he will perform the spike that will obviously make the enemy blocker make a perfect block, and then he uses his save skill to save the rally. So I've been speaking with a lot of people, and I'm so happy that everyone is welcoming me in with open arms. I'm just really thankful that how good this community is, because I really feel welcome with every single one of you guys. But yeah, we're top 95. We just finished all of our attempts. We're also going to be doing the specialty trials real quick, and let me just do the practice match first just to get this over with. Hey Goat, hey, the Goat is on. How are you doing, man? Yo, Pi, I'm doing pretty well, bro. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. I believe it's the same person I was speaking with Discord yesterday or 2 days ago, right? This should be pretty easy to achieve. So I'm just going to change for quick attack here. Wait, I'm using quick attack here as well. These are the 2 same teams, yeah. I'm going to use this team here. I gotta drop. Have a wonderful time. Thank you so much, Goke. Thank you so much for showing up, bro. Really appreciate you. Have a good one. Originally, I wanted to build your team, Nakama, because it looked fun, but I don't see it much in the top rankings on the JP version. So, one thing that I tell every single person is, and I actually do think this is important for me to say, is don't take everything that Japanese players do into heart. That's the best thing I can tell you, because we've already seen that Japanese players don't really know what's next, so they just sometimes improvise their teams if they are not whales. So I've actually only saw one guy that was playing total like the same team we have planned right now. I've only saw one guy playing it, and I believe he was top 12 in the ranking or something like that. But this was like a month ago. Terushima wasn't even out, and we didn't even know about Kuro V2. But overall, I just think that yes, you can follow JP's version, but for example, if you take a look at Taiwan meta, it's totally different. And I can actually show you real quick, because I don't mind just showing you guys what I actually want you guys to see. Because, for example, if you take a closer look at the Japanese meta, no, sorry, at the, let me just go into, where is it? I have his channel, yeah, here. So if you guys check this guy out, which I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name, he's one of the top players from Taiwan. And if you take a look at the Taiwanese meta, he's actually showing you guys the Taiwanese meta. What do you guys see here? A fully maxed quick attack team with the twins, Suna, Kira, which is a super strong team. So, and these guys obviously know what's ahead because they're behind the Japanese version. They're from the Taiwanese version. Once again, we see another quick attack team. These guys have everything maxed. Once again, another quick attack team. Guess what? Another quick attack team. And another quick attack team. So if you take a look at the JP meta and at the Taiwanese meta, the things are completely different. So that's why I don't say that we need to copy those regions, because we don't have as much resources of them to be spending on those things, if you get what I mean. So the meta is what you like, is what you think it will be best in the future. There is no secret loop to it. So if you don't want to go for receive, you can go for whatever you like. Just go for whatever you like. I'm going receive because I like how the receive team composition works as a group. I just like the mechanics they introduce together. That's why I'm going for them. But you can go for anything else, if I'm being totally honest with you. Yo, what's up, Sammy? How are you doing, bro? Hope everything is doing well. And yes, Spice, it's you. Okay. So you're my Brazilian friend. Okay. What do you think about SP Kuro plus Daichi? Okay, so that's another thing that I don't like that Garena did. They made themselves characters they want to be with their specific teams, meaning Daichi wants to be with Karasuno and Kuro wants to be with Nekoma. That brings a huge problem because you might not want to use Kuro in a Karasuno team. So how are you going to fit him with Daichi? Daichi will probably perform better in teams that have more Karasuno players, if you understand what I mean. And that's why I think they should be playing each on their separate teams. So for quick attack, go for Daichi, if you're planning to play the Jazz Trio, for example, and if you're going to play Nekoma for the receive speciality and all the characters from Nekoma, just go for Kuro. I don't think they will work out that decently together. Yes, their bond helps a little bit, because basically if one has more players from each other teams, the other one gains more stacks of, for example, Connect or Fly, which are the names of those stacks. But yeah, I just don't think they will work out pretty well together. It's super difficult for me to tell you if they will be pretty good together. But in my opinion, with what we have currently in the game, I think it's a little bit difficult. But no, but don't get me wrong. Daichi, I think he's still an awesome character, and so is Kuro. If both of them are playing in the team where they're designed to be played, which is with their own teammates from their same team, they will be working perfectly. Don't worry. They're gonna be strong. With the new characters coming out every 2 weeks, yeah, exactly, Haken. That's the main problem, and that's what I want my viewers to understand, which I feel like people or content creators don't tell them that much, is that yes, while you are okay following the meta of other regions, you probably don't have as much resources as a top 20 player. So just build what you like. If you want to be like me, I'm a mid spender in this game. I do buy some passes here and there. I buy some special packs if I need to do so. So I'm not a whale, but I'm a mid spender. And I just have my resources so well planned that I'm able to compete in the top 100. So I really feel that most of the community should just build what they like, what you think will be best in the future for yourself. Don't just follow a trend or just don't follow a team because you think, oh, these guys on the top 20 are using it. Let me use them. No, those are simply team ideas for you guys. But you don't need to follow them. Just go with whatever you like building. But if you want to be in the meta, of course those teams will help you. But still, you won't be able to max those characters because you are not a whale. Yeah, I actually saw that channel, but how come Korra and Hirugami only be used once? So that's the thing, class. If you were not here before Kira and Suna were released, you will see Korra over the top 20 in JP, in Taiwan, whatever. They were all over the place. But these two guys together, like Suna and Kira, and I do believe that Suna is bugged. I won't explain why, but I do believe he's bugged right now in the Japanese version. But it's just ridiculous. They just work so well together with the twins. Twins finally have their core, which they never had, because they were never intended in the first place to work with Korra and Hirugami. Yes, you can argue they were meant to work with Hirugami because of the attack technique and defense technique buffs, which would obviously help them. But with Kira and Suna, they are finally complete. Twins teams are finally going to be able to play the game at their full potential. And once again, I'm going to actually give the guy's channel on the chat because I just don't want to be using his content without really shouting him out. But if you guys want, take a look at his channel and you guys will be seeing how well the Twins team perform in the current meta. And I don't know which video it is, but if we take a look at one of these videos, let me check if I can actually find it. I want to see Suna spike. Okay, so just watch the numbers that Suna will produce in the spike. Just watch. This is a full max team, SR6, everything. This is it's hard to watch, I'm sorry, but let me just go into slow motion. This is a 4.3 million spike. 4.3 million. So it's what I'm saying. You can obviously follow these trends, you can always follow these top players. You can say that the teams are great, etc. But for example, this team will only work if you have a lot of dupes in them. The problem with quick attack is that thing. It mostly only works with high duplicates. This is why I always told free-to-play players or low spenders that the speciality for free-to-play players and for low spenders should be either block or receive teams, because those are the teams that need less amount of duplicates. I was planning to go with the Jazz trio with the twins, but after seeing your vid I realized that I like the receive team more and current team can be pivoted. Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing with the Jazz trio. Don't get me wrong, they are so good. They're so good. And when it comes to numbers, they just perform amazingly well. The problem with them is what I already told you guys. It needs a lot of duplicates, and it's just hard for free-to-play players, unfortunately. That's the reality of quick attack, either you like it or not. And even myself, which, if you guys already obviously watched my profile picture for my YouTube channel, I obviously love the twins. But I won't go for the twins because they're so expensive. It's just super hard in order for me to keep up with the quick attack meta. Let me actually see what I have to do more. I'm sorry if I'm yapping too much, guys, but I'm just really trying to give you my point. Let me go into club, and I should be doing club contest. What speciality is it this week? Nice, it's block. Perfect. I like block. Okay, so you get out of here, and we will get Aoni here. We will also get you out of here. We will be subbing out. You will be subbed out, and I'm going to be using Shiro Torizawa's coach, which is this one that gives stamina to Korai. Okay, so I'll be doing my club contest with this team. I'm not a sweat on club contest that much, guys, so don't worry about this. After our conversation, I'm thinking I'm changing my power take to a quick attack team with twins, but I'm still thinking about it. That's a tough decision, for example, Pai. I really do think that's a really difficult decision. I really do believe that's super difficult. Because you already have Oikawa, you already have Ushijima. I really don't want to discourage you, but it just comes out hard to me to believe if you are a low spender, or even if you spend a little bit, just simply just rebranding your entire team or your entire specialty. It's just super hard. What is your plan for Liev and Kenma? My plan is to SR4 both of them. Because I have so many resources saved that I want, and I will be playing Receive, like I said. I'm going to be running Receive on the long run, so I'm going to be use both of them at SR4. Liam, okay, have you seen the new? Yeah, I've seen the Yukai coach. I just don't want to be like trying to attempt many times to get his buff on Korai because it gets boring for the stream. That's why I'm not using him, but I do know about the strat, and I obviously know it's super, super strong. Thank you for warning me, though. But I'm aware of it. And I don't do that many club contest points. I'm probably going to achieve 40 million, 50 million, somewhere around that. If I'm being totally honest. But yeah, I just don't want to delay the things for the stream. Because I do believe that people will get bored if I'm trying to get the perfect run. But that's pretty much it, if I'm being honest with y'all. But yeah, once again, Paish, I really do think that's going to be super difficult for you to change your speciality right now. So I do think you were probably safer with the team that I actually showed you. Or the team that you actually sent me. I think it was a very good team. With Oikawa, Terushima, they all work pretty well together. So you can definitely build that team. So yeah, everything's going pretty smooth in here, thankfully. We'll probably be doing 40 million on club contest. And by the way, I think it should be on Wednesday. Wednesday, I will be dropping the full guide for Kenma V2. I will tell you all his memories, what I think about the team compositions, where you will fit the best, the memories I would recommend for him, and also which skill resonance should you guys be getting him, depending on how much do you spend on him. So yeah. Just be waiting, because on Wednesday I'll be dropping it for sure. And by the way, Liam, if you might not be understanding on why I'm doing perfects with Korai, it's because for some reason Korai is doing more damage whenever you do perfect serves with him. Don't ask me why, or don't ask me if this is placebo effect or whatever, but Kaya, which is a top player as well on CC, told me this, and I'm just following his advice. Just look at the stamina of Korai, by the way. I have Kunimi on the bench, and I have the coach, which recovers stamina for WS as well. It's so strong. So strong. I mean, this is more entertaining than my team barely getting 1 million on CC. I get you, I get you. Trust me, I've been there. Very early on this game, I was there. And I remember people getting like 300k scores on club contest when Yoshijima was here, and we were like, oh my god, this is so good. Yoshijima is the GOAT. Bokuto UR is the GOAT. Those were the prime times of this game. I miss those days. They're so good. How much you got saved up? So currently, Peter, I have 2 SP milks, and I have 80k gems right now. 80,000 gems right now, if you're wondering. So I've got a lot of gems saved. Which was your question, Dropk? I'm sorry. Oh, what is my plan for Kenman Liev? I answered it, but I will answer again, don't worry. I'm going to SR for both of them. I just think they're so valuable in the long run, and specifically because I want to run a receive team, I just think that the value they get is insane. And Kenma SR4 is not the best if you're only playing him in a team with one setter, but since I'm going to be using him for so long and I will have so much time to save, I will be using Kenma SR4 as well. That's pretty much it. I have almost the same team as you, but only do 7 millions on CC because, yeah, that's the main thing. I really do believe that Kunimi and having a decent coach in order for you to get stamina is really important on club contest. But if you guys are wondering if you should grab SR4 Kenma or SR4 Liev, if you guys actually have the resources to do so, I will actually give you my take on who should you take depending on what you guys are planning to do so. Because I do think sometimes Kenma is more worth than Liev, but in other scenarios, Liev SR4 is actually better than Kenma SR4. How many gems to take a character to SR4? just give me a second. So the current method I'm doing is I'm doing 360 pulls, which would equal about 5 copies of the characters of the specific character, and I can actually show you real quick. I did 42 million. That's okay. It's not the best, not the worst. I can probably get almost 60 million if I'm actually focusing on this. Just give me a second. I'm 6th in the club. It's nice. This way people can tell me I've been not doing my club contest. But yeah, let me just change. Let me just change real quick in here. So no, first of all, let me just show you about the pulling that I'm using, the pulling strategy. So I did 360 pulls on Hirogami, which if you do 360 pulls, you are guaranteed to get 20 of these vouchers, which would come to full milk, a full SP milk, which would mean you can get another free copy of that character. And this will be 5 copies, right? Because you get the free milk. But what I'm also doing is, since we have the chain packs going on, and which I haven't bought yet from Kirugami, if you spend about, I think it's 17, I think it's about 1700 gems, if I'm not wrong, you can get the free copy as well of milks. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the 360 pulls, and I'm using 2 milks if I want to. Where are the milks, by the way? Am I going blind? No, here they are. I'm using 2 milks in order to get SR4 because you will need about 6, or I don't remember how many copies you will need to. But it's 360 pulls plus 2 milks. If that's what you're asking, what I'm doing. This is the best way for you to save gems and for you to SR4 characters because SR4 in characters is much more expensive if you don't grab the milks. So yeah. Are the twins coming back? Yeah, the twins should be coming back. Not I don't know when, but they should be coming back for sure. Probably around, maybe, let's say, maybe September, October, perhaps they will be in the game again. But yeah. So let me just give you my take about which character should you actually SR for depending on which team you're using. So for example, if you're planning to go on a receive team composition, and you're planning to play Kenma as a lone setter, meaning you have no other setters in your team, I actually think Liev SR4 is actually better for this team specifically because he will give you strength, spirit buffs on the player with scoring ace. He will also increase the power up to 300% on certain stats. Depending on which character has a scoring ace and which touches is he doing with the ball. So I think I can go more in depth in this, but I will do so in the video. But this SR4 is better in general. But with Kenma SR2, I'm going to read the full resonance. When Kenma is on the court, when your player stat is perfect, your players with receive skills have their power attack, quick attack stat increased by 40% for 2 net crossings, which is very nice because you will be playing in probably in a team with a lot of setters. But if you guys take a look at the second part of this SR4, when Kenma receives, your back row player's receive power increases by 200% of their receive stat, lasting until your next receive. So what does this actually tell us? That Kenma, yes, is an amazing setter, he is, but at SR4 he becomes even, I wouldn't say even better, but he becomes a super strong receiver. And if you receive with him, you will be getting 200% buffs on your other character's receives, which is super, super strong. So what we actually saw in the Japanese meta for a while was Oikawa being paired with Kenma. Why? Because Oikawa will be the one doing all the sets, and Kenma SR4 is on the back row doing all the receives, or most of the receives, in order for you to get the 200% buff in your receive stat. So if you're planning to use him on multiple setters, SR4 on Kenma is more worth it. If you're planning to use Kenma alone, just go for SR4 in the F if you have the resources to do so. My problem now is stamina. I missed out on Kunimi. I get the Festival 3 and SR2. Any tips? Okay, so Remy, the first thing I would actually tell you that is pretty important is having a coach that will give you stamina. For example, here, when casting ultimate skills recovers 9 stamina, my middle blockers. In my CC coach, the only thing I bothered about, of course this could be way better, but the main thing that I worried about was having stamina recovery for my Korai, because he's going to be always spiking. So if you have Kunimi SR2, and by the way, I don't think it's worth right now for any player to grab SR2 Kunimi. And this is simply because I'm sorry. I think I've no. Yeah, I was showing my screen. My bad. But I just think in the long run, I don't think it's worth grabbing Konami SR2 anymore if you are a low spender or a free-to-play player. And simply because there is this guy in here that will do way much better work than Konami itself. Because whenever he does his block ultimate, which by the way is spammable, if you have 2 stacks of analysis, which will be pretty easy to get, all your characters will recover 10 stamina each time he does his receive ultimate, which will be pretty often, pretty often. So if you guys don't want to go for Konami SR2, just grab Yaku. He's going to solve all your stamina problems in the future. Okay, I will try to focus on that one. Maybe focusing, yeah, for sure. Go for Rikawa SR4 for sure. And I'm waiting for Yaku SR4. Yeah, for sure. The problem is that Terashima SR4. Yeah, he's insane, but I do think that Terashima is way more reliant in team compositions, and that Yaku and Oikawa are just better in general. So feel free to max them first. That's the best thing I have to tell you. No worries, Peter, no worries. Might have been a bit late, but why does Korai need Spirit and Slot 4 again? So, the only things you can really get for Korai, if you have him at SR4, yes, he can stack Spirit pretty easily, but it will take a little bit. But you don't really want on his Slot 4... okay, so this is a little tricky to answer. I will show you my Korai potentials real quick, but why I actually think you want Spirit is, for example, if you don't have him SR4, he doesn't stack Spirit very easily. It's a little bit more difficult for him to actually stack get that Spirit going, basically. So if you don't have him SR4, you can totally use Spirit here. But if you plan on blocking with him, or even if you plan on having him as a main receiver, perhaps, you can either use receive or block in slot 4. It's as simple as that. But I don't think it's worth it, and why? Because Korai has a ton of reflex, and it has a ton of awareness. So if you are, I think it's just worth it to get more Spirit in order for your crit numbers to be high, than simply just having his receive base stat higher. So that's why I use Spirit on slot 4. That's the only reason I use on slot 4, the Spirit. That's pretty much the only reason. Might be... I was short of 2 copies for SR4 Korai, so I'll probably get the chain pack after getting SR. Yeah, yes, it is. For sure, Blue. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Because Korai is just so worth it grabbing SR4. So yeah, just get the characters at base, whatever characters you want. I think you're planning to go on the same receive team I'm going. Get those characters first, SR1 them, make sure they all have their memories, they are working perfectly, and then you worry about Korai SR4. So yeah, I think that's an awesome plan. I definitely need to take a look into the chain pack method for Cam and Liev. There isn't really a method, to be honest. It's just if you have enough resources to get his SR2 via chain packs, you can get. So if you take a look at my gems, I have 750. I have 7,500 basically, and with these gems, I cannot even get SR2. I need 300 more gems, which I will buy. Obviously, I will buy a monthly pass and I will get those gems. But you will need about 7,800 gems in order for you to get this SR2. Purple gems, reminder. So it's still expensive. But if you do buy the passes like I do, and actually is pretty efficient, and you do save these gems as well, you can go for SR2s, you can go for SR1s. I did this with Koganegawa and with Aone. I grabbed 1 copy of each, only going for the passes. They're simply that good, if you are a low spender. Any insight on the banner? No, sorry Manly, I just don't have any information about that. I'm really sorry, I do not have any information. It's as I'm saying, if they follow the path we were following before introducing the SP rerun banner, the one that is currently in the game, we should be waiting for Aone's rerun. But I don't think this will be the case, so I don't know what will happen. It can be Oikawa, it can be Aone again, we don't know. Can be anything. Hey Scorpion, yo, what's up, BZ? Hope you're doing well, bro. Glad to see you here again. Hey Scorpion, which character should I SR4, Yaku, or V2 Kuro, or SR2 both? If you can SR2 both of them, I would SR2 both of them. Because Kuro becomes pretty decent. V2 Kuro especially becomes very, very decent at SR2. Because he will give you an extra connect stack, which will obviously provide you with bigger buffs, especially on that receive team. So I would SR2 both of them if I had the gems to go for both of them. I always used to convert them 60. Yeah, that's why I never did that. I just knew that someday these gems will be used for anything good. So I just decided to do that. And thankfully it worked out. Now I have a lot of resources for Cameron Liev. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry guys if you don't want to watch this. But yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to answer me. I'll be playing this while I answer your questions. So feel free to do so. Just don't worry at all. So yeah. Let me just get this here. But yeah, sorry, I joined a little late. I forgot you were streaming. No, you don't. You guys don't have to say sorry. You guys don't really need to say sorry. I'm finishing the stream. Yes, I'm almost ending the stream. But I really appreciate it. Even if you show up just 2 minutes, I really appreciate you just being here and speaking with me because I really like talking with. As you guys already can tell, I really like to talk a lot. So yeah. Yes, man, like they work wonderfully with the Jazz Trio. They work even better with the Jazz Trio than actually with the twins. So yeah, if you have Korean Hiragami and if you want the Jazz Trio, they work pretty well. Don't worry. And also, guys, I might have something you guys really want. Let's say I'm just going to keep it at that. Someone that I can actually name gave me a little bit of earlier information. But yeah, guys, let's just say, if you guys want to watch my, just give me a little second, and I will actually show you guys. Let me actually back out of this real quick. And if you guys are staying here, and if you guys are watching right now, maybe try this out. I don't know where this came from, but I just simply know it exists. So if you guys want some free gems, make sure to use that. That's all I'm saying. I can't really say that much. Sorry. That's all I can say. I just know this code is there. Someone told me it was there, so I think I can share it. But I just won't tell you who shared it with me. So feel free to use that code. That's all I'm going to say. So let me get to the free time, which is the boring part. So yeah, good luck, guys. You didn't heard nothing from me, guys. You know nothing about me. It wasn't me, okay, guys? But yeah, make sure to use it. It should be working perfectly. Love the stream. We'll be here when Kenma stream arrives. Yeah, Tofu. I'm still debating if I'm doing the Kenma stream, at least the polls for Kenma. Because I can do the Kenma polls, but then I can actually make a live stream playing Peak Challenge with it. Would you guys like to see that? So I record the video first. I try and be as early as I can to streaming. I still need to edit the video and etc. Make the build, memories, etc. But I actually stream right after I upload the video. Somewhere around this time. And I stream playing with him. Would that be a nice idea? Will that be something you guys would like? And when like at the it's 19th? I think that will be a good idea. Do you have a Discord? No, Rami. I still do not have a Discord. I'm truly sorry about that. I still need to wait for the people that are actually going to help me out with it. But I did a poll yesterday on my channel, and a lot of people were asking for a Discord server. If I actually go to my YouTube right here, and if you guys take a look at my posts, you guys will actually see that I did a poll and I had 48 votes and 96% on creating a Discord server. So yeah, also if you guys want to know about earlier live streams, about character releases on Japan, I actually do post these as well in here. So feel free to interact with me in this community tab as well, because it's here for this. I like to interact with you guys once again. So yeah, I'll probably be doing a stream if you guys really want to. I'll probably be doing a stream playing with Cadma SR2 with SR4, so you guys can see it. No worries, man. Like, no worries. I'm the one that should be thanking you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. But yeah, the live is coming to an end because yeah, the game unfortunately doesn't really have that much more to do right now. But yeah, if you guys still have any type of questions, feel free to ask me. Just really feel free to ask me. Should I focus on strength for SPLEV? I have zero idea on how to build it. So let me actually solve your doubts real quick. Because there is a community member that is very, very goated. I have a very good relationship with him. And he actually does potential guides for every single one of us. And I actually do think he's pretty accurate. So if you guys are looking for potential builds, and if you guys have doubts with potential builds, check this link out. For the newest characters, if you want the older version, I also have the older version. But he's usually pretty right when it comes to potentials for characters. And his name is Deep Sea Veteran. He's a very he's an old school community member. He's been in the community for a long time. I don't know MG3 personally, Peter. No, I don't. I've spoke with him when I was with in HAIKYU stream, but not in voice chat, just in chatting in general. But I don't know him personally. No, I just know that he's obviously the biggest, probably the biggest whale in the game, and he's just insane. That's all I know. But yeah, if you guys want to check potential builds and everything, feel free to check both of these links, which are different, by the way. And you guys will be able to see which kind of build each character should be building. Of course, these might still change because we actually need to test the characters first, but in general, Deep Sea is usually pretty correct. So yeah. But yes, I do believe you should be focusing strength on slot 2 for Liev. I have anything else to do here? I think I already finished everything. I did club contest, I did speciality trial. Yeah, I think I've done everything. Like I said, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to do so, or I'll just end the live stream. Since I realistically don't have anything else to do, unfortunately. Even though I like you guys. But yeah, just make sure you guys will go into HAIKYU live stream because he's actually going to start, or he already started the live stream. So yeah. But no, Peter, once again, I do not know MG3. Gotta go, wasn't playing on Saint super long, but you're very helpful. Good, good up, keep the work. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. So guys, as you guys already see, we don't have much to do. You guys aren't really asking questions right now because I probably already talked about a lot of those questions. So I'll be leaving you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you guys are subscribed and keep actually looking out for the streams because I will be probably streaming again Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I will be streaming on Wednesday as well. So, but I will make a post in the community poster I just told you guys, but keep yourselves ready because I will be streaming a lot more. Klesov, what do you think of the Jastrio works perfectly with Cameliev as well, as long as you don't have the Jastrio with the twins, because the only problem with the twins is that they don't function well with Cam and Liev. That's their only problem. Because of the awareness and reflex buffs. But every single other team should work just fine with the Jastrio. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you. And Wednesday, I'm going to be here at the same time. And check out HAIKYU's stream, okay guys? He should be live streaming. And thank you so much for watching once again. Let me actually just take a look if he's actually streaming. But yeah, I'm going to leave his stream down in the description because he's goated and you guys should definitely be taking a look at his stream, guys. Thank you so much for watching once again, and peace.